I think knowing who you are allows you to serve others. If you are stronger in giving, then that's how you serve the best. But if you don't know that, how are you going to serve the best? You would always try to be strong in every situation, which you cannot be because you're human.
I feel like I'm ignoring myself, neglecting my own needs. It's that I gave myself space when I was in that transition.
What if I woke up and I wanted to, I don't know, fly? I wanted,
That's 58% of these young adults says that in the past month, they felt little to no purpose. Think about the traumas that might be influencing the decisions that you have, just the pressures.
Our friendship has never been transactional. I never counted how much am I investing in Gwen, and I'm
true.
I did this for Gwen this day. I'm not counting, and you're not counting.
Yeah, I've never had that permission. I've never had that space of figuring out who I am. Just make sure that you're not drowning. Hello everyone, welcome to the Gap We Live In podcast. I am your host, Gwendolyn Albright. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello everyone, this is the Gap We Live In podcast. I am your host, Gwendolyn Albright. Thank you for tuning in today. I am so excited for another episode where we have a special guest. And today we're going to be talking about finding yourself in the midst of pressure and expectations. And I could not have chosen any better guest than the one and only
Daniella in the house.
Yay! Welcome to the Gap We Live In podcast.
Thank you so much, Gwen. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited that you're here. I cannot wait to jump into everything. We've been having so many conversations around finding yourself and just the pressures that we have as first daughters and just women in general, honestly, right? So, but give us a little bit of background about yourself. For those who don't know, she is also a podcaster. She has a podcast with her sister, and both of them are basically family. We had Agap, my best friend, on another podcast, and now I have a sister. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, just a glimpse of who you are.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Daniella. I am Gwen's friend.
AKA sister.
AKA family, AKA sister. And what can I say? I work in finance and I'm just happy to be here, to be honest. I'm excited.
Yeah, and she is the first daughter.
Yes, I should have started
with that, yes.
Let me restart that.
Rewind.
Introduction, yes. I'm Daniella, Gwen's friend, as she mentioned, family, and I'm the first daughter, as she mentioned or alluded to.
Yeah.
I'm the first daughter in my family, and I think we've had different discussions around being the first daughter and stuff like that. So I'm happy to explore that topic and to be here.
Yeah. One thing that I keep realizing is that I've found that there is a lot of things that I struggled with when I growing up, just because of so much expectations. And honestly, some expectations I put on myself. Yeah. But a lot of it is they were just culture. But I think as first daughters, and we're not firstborn, I'm sure firstborn has different expectations. Now I have a firstborn, and I can already tell that I keep thinking, oh, you're gonna teach this to your siblings, and I'm like, wait, that's a little much pressure. She's even a baby herself. But like I'm already thinking that, so I know that wherever you are in the hierarchy of your family, you have had different expectations, different kinds of pressure, but both of us are first daughters, so we're gonna dive more into that, and as women and as young adults and as professionals and just a little bit of everything. But I thought it's very important that we realize how much expectations and pressures put us is such a easy place for us to be in gaps.
Absolutely.
And then sometimes it becomes identity.
Right.
So I was looking at some stats and some things just online about just pressure and expectations, and I thought I found this interesting that there is some just studies that was done. And a lot of women were saying, I feel like I'm ignoring myself in order to keep going. Neglecting my own needs to meet every expectation that is put on me. So, and man, I can remember myself saying that so many times in my life, probably not out loud, but thinking that a lot. Share with us, have you had that? Is there, because to me, that's a gap that a lot of us and some of you guys that are listening and watching us do find yourself there, where you feel like you're having to ignore yourself, you're having to ignore your needs so that you can actually keep going because there is so much expectations.
Yeah, I think obviously I have felt that. Growing up, when you're the first daughter, you keep getting told that you will set the example for your younger sisters. Yeah. You will be this and that. You shouldn't do mistakes, otherwise they'll start doing the same thing that you're doing. So there is obviously that expectation of your, I think there's an expectation that you're going to set the example of how everybody else is going to behave. And that identity of being older is kind of attached to you before you even realize, what does that even mean? And who am I? Who am I, first of all, I think is one of the most important components that we forget. So you start fitting into a role, but without understanding first who you are. Yeah. And then you try to keep up with that role, but then, and sometimes you think that being older means taking control, sometimes giving orders.
Always having the answers.
Always having the answers. But for me, I have tried to, first of all, understand who I am, because I realize that I can try to do what you have in mind as the person that I should be, but I need to know who I am first. Because if I don't know who I am, I will always try to fit the idea you have in mind, and sometimes that idea is not very clear. And so I feel like at first I struggled to try to meet that expectation, make everyone happy, but I feel like you lose yourself in trying to fit in a place where people have placed you in their minds, which you are not.
Right. And to me, when you're saying that, I'm even imagining, how do you even know where they placed you, really?
I think it's very obvious. For instance, I will speak in my experience. For instance, there are things that even as I speak, I think my parents think Dani would never do. She would never do such thing. That means that you are putting me in such a place that there are things I cannot try. They're trying to create this identity of who I am. But each person comes here unique. And I feel like as a parent, before you put someone in a special box, at least first of all, get to know them, allow them to be themselves, and then guide them on how to lead. Because leading isn't about control. Allowing the person first to know themselves is very important, other than just handling them some role at a younger age. I remember there are things I could not even dream of saying that I can't do. But when Agape said I wanted to do this, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you can try. It's possible. I'm like, hello, double standards.
And that's so true. It's so true. Because one of the other things that they said was, family expects me to ... carry expectations pretty much. Yeah. But if I follow my ambitions, I risk being seen as selfish.
Absolutely.
So it's like you don't have permission to I like what you said. You don't have permission to explore who you are.
Exactly.
It's already your identity is already set.
It's already set in someone's mind. Whether that's taking care of your younger sister, whether that's whatever the person has in mind, which sometimes you don't even know what it means, is what is the road that you are trying to walk into. And I believe that we as people, God has gifted us to be like so many things that your parent doesn't even know, that no one else knows. It is only through the journey of life that you discover who you are. Now, if a person tried to put you in a box before you start working your journey, now you are walking, I would say,
on eggshells.
You are walking out of your destiny is what I would say. And that's why most people struggle. You are trying to keep up with something perhaps God did not create you to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And going back to the topic is specifically, that's the gap.
Exactly.
That is the gap. Then you find yourself in these shadows of things you don't even understand sometimes.
Absolutely, yes.
Or the expectations that are just so high, and then you start drowning and you're put in the box. I remember oh my gosh, I can so relate. But I want to hear your point of view of how you were able to fight that. And I mean, even imagine that there is something else out there, because I remember it took me time. For me, it took me so long to the point where at some point, actually my mom was the one time that I was telling her something, and then she said, it sounds like you've decided who you're going to do before you know who you are. And then I'm like, ooh, it actually hit me so hard. However, now I look back and I'm like, I've never had that permission. I've never had that space of figuring out who I am. Because I was brought into the world. I have one sister, she has two. Yeah. And I remember every time they will be like, your sister's watching, pretty much. You need, but then I would look at my sister, how she's so free, and and part of it is also different personalities, to be honest. Yeah. But I think I was always like closed in, I need to have good grades because we go to the same school as my sister, and she needs to set the example.
But then, I'm sorry for cutting you, but don't you think maybe that also shaped your character, like into something else? Like, had you had Gwen not been the first daughter, who would she be in terms of character?
I wonder.
In terms of personality, had you been allowed to explore like anything?
That's what I wonder.
No responsibility, no you have to do things so that your sister can follow, but your journey and your own.
Well, part of it, I don't know, because that was not my story. But I wonder, and I think that's the challenge I'm giving you. Yeah. I'm giving everybody watching and everybody, because now that I have a daughter, I started saying, in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's going to be the leader. And even when I pray for her, I'm like, you're going to be the leader for your siblings and you're going to set the examples and everything. But then I also pray, like, Lord, don't forget, help me not forget that she is her own person.
Absolutely.
And what you have given her is not tied I mean, it could be in some ways, shape or form, but it's not dependent on the fact that she is,
older,
supposed to do X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
However, I think it's also like just a mesh of things. Hopefully I'll still be here. We're going to figure it out as I raise this girl. But she's starting to get her character. I can see like how joyful she is.
Yeah,
and all
she's
of
such a cute.
Thank you. She's my world. But then I'm like, I need to keep remembering that I need to give her permission to discover who she is. Because for me, it took so long for me to say, wait a second, I actually don't know who I am. Even for me, it was down to even my name. For the longest, I hated my name.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever shared that.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever shared that.
I hated my name because it was just so long. And every time I said my name, it was a conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I love my dad now. Well, I always loved him, but like now I like understand him because now I had to name my daughter, and
Right.
it was a whole journey. But I remember for the longest I was like, why did you just like? Why did I even have to have a name?
Right.
Like this is just so not okay. Because I remember I would go like I went to 11 schools, so like I had a lot of transitions. So many. So every time I would go to a new school, the whole school would know that there is a new person because there is just this weird long name that appeared.
Yeah.
And everybody's wondering, like, I wonder how she looks like. So I hated my name until I had to sit down and say, Lord, who do you call me? And he called me by my name.
Right.
He called me by my name. And I was like, wait a second. This is my identity and it's actually good. So that was the start of me saying, I am me and I'm going to be okay with it. And it's so good. But so I cut you off. But
no problem.
What was your experience? Walk me through how you were able to fight that, I guess, pressure expectation blanket that was already set on you before you even could decide for yourself.
I think when we first got here is when I tried to even more like fit into that role of being the oldest sister.
When you came to America.
You know, when I came to America, and then trying to do everything, trying to be the person that's responsible, you know, responsible for everything.
Making decisions.
No, it was just me and my sister at the time. And then I would try literally to fix anything to the point that even if anything was broken in the house, it would be like, Dani, this and this is broken. Can you fix it? One time I was like, I'm not a mechanic. Do you know that? Like, I've never studied mechanics. Like, I know nothing about electricity. I'm trying to figure it out too.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like at a certain point, my mind started to get tired of trying to fit into something, you know? Like, your energy at some point gets drained.
Yeah.
So I took time, like said, I think you said a good question is that I asked myself, who am I outside of all these people? Who am I? What do I like? What are the things that I like? What would I do if I did not have like somebody watching me, you know, somebody watching like my behavior, whatever. What if I woke up and I wanted to, I don't know, fly? I wanted, you know. There was
this to go live on Mars.
This one day, vividly, I was like I had just finished like university. I was in Arizona, and then this person suggested that we go skydiving.
Oh,
I was like, wait. Like in my mind, like had a lot of questions. What if something like that happens? What's gonna happen to, you know, to my sister? What's gonna happen, you know, to this and that? You know, like I'm playing a huge role in my family. I'm not, but I was like, wait a minute. I like this idea. Like I want to try what I want to try. Like I was like, you know what?
Let's do it.
Come what may. I'm just gonna try this. And then I went, and oh my gosh, when I was in the sky, I was like, I like this. I like it. This is it. This is who I am. I like to explore crazy stuff.
Are we the same person?
Saying?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I like to explore crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's when I started to really search and go after the things that I want to do and to kind of let go of this burden and of this, how can I say, I don't want to.
It would be like a thick cover.
Yes, to remove the cover.
Yeah.
You know, if I want
like a cloth.
Yes. If I want to do something, I'm doing something. If I'm not feeling it, then I'm not feeling it. Like,
you give yourself permission.
Yes, I give myself permission to rest, to do the things that I like, to explore new things, to explore my new identity. And I feel like that has been very liberating, and it has made my relationship with my sisters,
even better?
Family, even better.
Really?
Because once you discover who you are, then you understand your role, the role you play in each person's life. You understand.
How so?
Yes.
I love where you're going with that, because I think a lot of people watching don't. I didn't understand that. I was like this person who wrote this. She's like, if I chose me, I am becoming selfish. But what you're saying is the opposite. Choose you and know you, so that you can love better and you can be present better.
Because I'm sorry. So when you know yourself, you know your strength and you know your weaknesses. But when you're operating in a space of not knowing who you are, then you try to be strong in every situation, which is what drains us. Like you're asking me, for instance, this is a very simple example. Like, for instance, my sister loves shopping. She loves...
Yeah, she does.
It's not even shopping. She loves browsing. Like, this girl will go in the mall, browse from morning till evening.
Yeah.
Now, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Let's go find that one dress that we want and let's get out. Like, please, 1 hour and we out. But she likes to go, like, she will go from place by place by place, and I would find myself drained. Sometimes I was just so angry. Like, we would go together, I would come back so angry, and she would be irritated too, because, you know, I wanted to do everything. You know, sometimes you want to do everything and you want to be there for people. But like I said, sometimes when you don't know where your strength is and you try to fit in every place, you get drained. So once I know what I can give, let's just say maybe I am strong in this, I can help you in that way. Then where I have a weakness, then I'm clear. Look, I do not like this. It drains me. I can do it times to time because I want to make you happy, but now I know that it drains me. So you and I don't have to fight over, you know, smaller stuff. So I think knowing who you are allows you to serve others. If you are stronger in giving, then that's how you serve the best. But if you don't know that, how are you going to serve the best? You would always try to be strong in every situation, which you cannot be because you're human. So I feel like that is why I think figuring out who you are allows you to serve, allows you to say no, I cannot do this, allows you to know your values, I cannot participate in this, allows you to know, okay, this person needs this and I'm stronger in this, how can I help? And even if I'm not stronger, what other ways can I be helpful?
Who can I ask?
Who can I ask for? And sometimes if I need to even go to the extra strength, then to the extra mile. Then I'm deciding to do it with full knowledge, though.
That it might really drain you.
And then it might drain you, but I'm choosing to do this for this person because they're family, they're friends, you know, but I am choosing. It's not me.
It's your choice. It's not just...
Exactly. It's not just me trying to do everything so everybody can be happy.
I love what you're saying. Can you imagine, like, there's some instances at school, especially when I was a teenager, I'll do something just wrong one time and people would, like, it would be the talk of the town for that, like, maybe just few hours.
Right.
But for the whole semester.
You've been good. You've been kind. I am
thinking that everybody that is looking at me is remembering that thing.